Welcome to episode 7. Today is Sunday, the 24th of August, in the year 2025, and today's a good day. Um, if I'm being honest, I just want to be honest on these videos. I didn't really want to make this one today. I'm kind of over it. I guess we're on episode 7. I'm over it already. I'm gonna keep going. And that brings me to my next word for today. I don't even want to have a word today. I'm going to have a few words, actually. Today's going to be multiple words, and we'll figure out what the title of the video is after the video is made. But to start off, I say consistency. Consistency is one of the main words I want you to focus on. You won't get anything done worth doing unless you do it consistently enough times. Let's say you won't get good at something. If you want to get good at hitting a baseball, you got to hit a lot of baseballs. If you want to get good at filming videos, you got to film a lot of videos. You want to get good at public speaking, you got to do a lot of public speaking. You got to be consistent. So consistency is key. Confidence is key. I want to be authentic, though. I want to be authentic. I don't want to put on some facade and pretend that I'm someone I'm not. So today, I don't really know what to talk about. Maybe I'll rant a little bit. Maybe I'll rant and rave a little bit. I'll rave and I'll rant. Um, some things that's been on my mind recently is just the amount of complacency that's allowed in society. I think a lot of people are complacent. I think a lot of people are complacent to the fact that people are just complacent in the idea that they don't, people think that they don't have an impact on what goes on. In reality, they think, oh, well, I'm not. Damn, bro, that was a big ass fucking ant. Okay. God, I was just picking out a bug bite I had, and an ant starts to climb up and tries to bite me again. Okay. Stay away from me, you scoundrels. Okay, I'm gonna put my legs up here so no ants try to crawl on me while I'm sitting here. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, people are complacent. I think people are okay with how things are. That's why nothing's changing. Um, I'm just gonna go off on a rant here. I might lose some followers for this. Maybe I'll gain some followers for this, but I'm just want to be my authentic self. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about um, politics, but I might talk about it a little bit because you know what? We have free speech in this country. I can do whatever the hell I want as far as words coming out of my mouth. Obviously, TikTok has terms of service. I can't say certain things like certain words, but let me just go ahead and say this. I think that we are all being gaslit right now. Um, a few things I think we're being gaslit about in society as far as terms of politics. I think that for starters, in no particular order of importance, but for starters, the Trump assassination was fake. If you think it was real, you are being duped. Um, there's ample video evidence of how that went down. If that actually were to go down, like if that were actually to happen for real, they would not let Trump show his face and put up his fist and be like, fight, fight, fight. They would not allow that. He would disappear like that. Okay? If you think that that was an authentic assassination, you are being duped. What else are we being duped about? I don't think, call me an election denier. I don't care. I don't think he fairly won this election. I've read into how Starlink, which was ran by Elon Musk, funny how we don't hear about him a lot anymore. Funny how he's kind of out of the picture. Um, you saw a lot of him in the beginning of the term. Um, can you believe that on the inauguration day he did a Nazi salute, and then you have people trying to say that wasn't a Nazi salute? I'm not even gonna do it right now just to prove. I don't even want to talk about what I'm doing because it was so obviously a Nazi salute that I mean I don't know if I can say that word, so we'll say Yahtzee. It was a Yahtzee salute. I mean I already said it a bunch, but we fought them in World War II. Like, if you're pro-American, you are anti-Yahtzee. But let's see, this is America, so you can believe whatever you want, right? Um, to a certain extent. Um, I mean, I'm not saying I support Yahtzees, but like, I do support everyone's right to free speech, and I support people's right to believe in whatever they want. So, if you want to believe in what the Yahtzees believed in, then go ahead, go do it. I'm not stopping you. I have the freedom to judge you. I have the freedom to call you out about it because it's, they did a lot of terrible things to a lot of people, and people seem to just, I mean, it's just crazy. I've known people in my life who have been related to people that have been affected by this, and they think it's laughable. They think, oh, that was in the past. That could never happen now. Do you realize how small of a blip we are in time and history? Soon we will all be forgotten. Eventually, everyone watching this video will be gone after the year 2200. If there's a single soul living after the year 2200 that sees this video, I'd be surprised. That's why I'm speaking to you, the people now. Um, I just think we're all being duped. We're being gaslit. I think that what the current president does is gaslights the American people, and some of y'all believe it. Some of y'all believe it. And with Epstein and all that, like, are you kidding me? After you've seen all the pictures, all the videos of him hanging out with Epstein, there's a court case that you can look up. It's with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump and this other girl. I forget her name. You want to know what this court case is about? It's about Epstein and Trump having sexual relations. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here, but um, it was with a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. Go look it up for yourself right now. With a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. And that's just the one we know about in the court case. Let's be fucking for real, people. If you call yourself patriots and Americans, do you really want to support someone that did that shit? And if so, just stop hiding it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're okay with it, just say, I support that. But don't pretend like you're not supporting it if you support that guy. Like, he's not a Christian. And people like to say, oh, I support him because he's Christian. He didn't even put his hand on the Bible when he was sworn in. You think he obeys the Christ laws or whatever? Christ commandments? That's not happening. Look, I'm running out of time. So we could keep talking about this on a later date. if this is type of content you're into. But for now, I've got to go, Jones King TV. Stay American.